Hello, welcome back. Today we're talking about using TikTok as a musician. Some things I've learned from using the platform and how it could potentially help you building your fan base and building visibility. I talked about TikTok in my 2021 strategy for musicians, so you can check out that video here if you want to hear about more of the idea behind why I decided to try out TikTok in the first place to help my career as a musician, basically. So first of all, I'm not like huge on TikTok at all. I think I have about 2,500 followers right now. A lot of people will say like, oh, it's pretty easy to grow their accounts, but it was not the case for me. I was hovering at about like 200 to 300 followers for the longest time because I could not figure out how to use this app. And I'll go into why I wasn't growing very soon. TikTok has helped me in a lot of different ways. First of all, I've started a few collaborations because of that app. It's really good for checking out other people's work and potentially collaborating. The way the algorithm works is very different than the way Instagram or whatever other social media works. And I think discoverability is a little easier on TikTok comparatively to like, especially Instagram, let's say. But that being said, 2,500 people is a lot of people. As you can see, my YouTube doesn't even have that much. I think I started them at about the same time. I post a lot of different things on my TikTok. Sometimes I post similar things that I do here, where I'm just kind of talking to you and sharing an experience or providing some sort of educational, or I try to provide educational content, whether that's like just speaking about like mental health as a musician or struggles that you go through. I do that a lot on here, but I also do that on my TikTok just in a shorter version. I also post like production tips and songwriting tips, but then I also post my own music, snippets of songs that get people interested in, listening to the full thing on Spotify or whatever. Also, I post a lot of like stupid meme kind of stuff. And why I do that is because when you use like trending sounds and trends and you just apply it to your life as a musician, that's gonna help you grow a lot faster than purely posting original music. So at first when I started my TikTok, I was only posting like videos of me singing, which, ideally that would be great if that actually helped me grow, but because I didn't have a following at all, those videos weren't reaching anyone, even when I did use the hashtags. It's really hard to get someone interested in you immediately when you're just kind of like singing at them. In my case, anyways, provide a story around it, engage people's interest that way, because a lot of people do just kind of post singing videos, and I still do. I just do think that it's a little harder to grow from that or actually have people see the video that you put work into when you don't have a following yet. It's very hard to start growing from that. So if you do still post that, but just sprinkle it in with a lot of other trending kind of stuff and use trending sounds, then those videos are going to reach a lot more people and more people will be listening to your music. That's just something that was the biggest hurdle for me, because I really didn't want to like do the trends, and I really didn't want to be a meme until I was kind of like, all right, my personality is kind of like that. And so I do it, but it's just like, it'll just be like funny, silly stuff that gets a quick laugh and maybe a follow, right? But I do that for the bigger picture in mind. If they find you funny or whatever, if they enjoy your story behind your music, or you give a really good piece of advice, like a songwriting tip, people will be interested in listening to your music because you are speaking about the things that you write about and what you are about. And I think that gauges the person's interest a little bit more than just purely singing at them. When I do post my music, I either caption my lyrics that I'm singing or like a story about it, like overhead while I'm lip syncing the song or whatever. And those do pretty well now that I've built up a little bit of a following. But I did the same exact thing when I first started it, and I could barely get over like 100 views on my videos and like no engagement at all. It did help when I started being a little bit more transparent, just the way I am on here, and talking a little bit more about personal things and providing value in that way as well. I think it's really important to make your videos about the viewer and less about yourself. And then once you do post that video of your music, they'll be more likely to check it out, perhaps. Once you hit 1,000 followers, you can add a website to your bio, and that will help you with getting pre-saves on your single. Really hard for me to get people to pre-save my music on Instagram, but for some reason I think on TikTok it is easier. I get a lot more pre-saves than I do from asking people on Instagram. Getting your song pre-saved is gonna give you more of a chance to get on those editorial playlists and for the song to perform well for free. That's another big reason, and probably the main reason I suggest you try this app out, because this is free marketing, free promotion. I don't know if you guys have seen my videos on Facebook ads, I'll put those up here, but that's very expensive. And I'm not saying don't use Facebook ads as well, but if you're like in a place like me right now where I need to take a break from spending so much on Facebook ads, it's a great way to still kind of keep up your marketing and promotion for absolutely $0. If anything, you know, try it because of that. And also, once you hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, you can start going live. And I have not gone live yet, but I perhaps will plan to when my EP drops on March 26th. Definitely pre-save that at the link below. That might help drive more listeners if I go live on that day and I actively am talking to people. I don't know if anyone will show up, but I also have never tried it, so actively engaging with your followers in real time will have to help that, even if it's like 5 people that show up or something. A good way to grow on TikTok is to ask questions in your videos and then have people duet you. Duet is when someone else will answer your question and kind of include your video in their video. If enough people answer you, you will have a lot of visibility, and when someone duets your video, they tag you. So I've done that a few times and have grown a lot from those specific videos. I want to start kind of experimenting, trying to share my story about my music a little bit more. To recap, definitely to grow on it, do the trends. You don't have to do stuff you don't want to do it in your own way. I think like the best thing you can do is to like be authentic with a trend. I know that's like basically a paradox. Make it your own, and you know, it will provide just more visibility and make it easier for you in the future for people to listen to your music. But again, I'm still at a very beginning stage in using it and growing my own, but I did want to just share with you where I'm at with the app right now. I'm really trying to own my audience right now, building up my socials for people to find me instead of, you know, PR and all of that other stuff. TikTok has been a major help for that. A lot of people from TikTok have started following me on my Instagram as well. It is very hard to grow your Instagram without using any other platforms. Like YouTube has helped my Instagram and TikTok has helped my Instagram more so than Instagram itself. It's good to not put all your eggs in one bucket. It's good to grow all your social media platforms so people can find out from you when you're dropping your next song instead of like a label or something else. So yeah, that's what I have for today. If you've used TikTok or if you found this helpful, like and subscribe and share this video. I'll see you next week.